Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Let's talk about what Apple announced today and give you a quick synopsis of exactly what happened. So first of all, Apple at about 35 minutes to the closing bell is down about 0.16%. Super nominal, not a move here. What was announced by no means is a needle mover, but there are some things that are very forward-thinking and very exciting. The first of which I personally have a huge affinity with, and that has to do with virtual IDs. Apple has or is releasing a new feature for ID card scanning. They're working with states to get approval on this, working with the TSA to get approval on this, so that way you could store your ID in your phone. Folks, I am running for governor in California, and one of the pieces within my 20-part plan for making California way better, and this is just a footnote within my 20-part plan, is virtual IDs. Like literally virtual IDs created by the government or the DMV or whatever, so we don't have to carry around stupid cards and IDs anymore. I'm tired of it. Like, this is my iPhone. Usually I have my wallet here, the magnetic one, but when I go to charge my phone with the MagSafe adapter, I have to take my wallet off, and it's like, then they're separated again. It's so annoying. Virtual IDs are a must. They're coming. It's just a matter of time. We'll see how quick California is on the jump on it. But for me, this would be a top priority. I would approve this right away in California if I were running the place, which I am running for governor. But let's talk more about what else is going on. We know that the car keys can now be kept in the Apple Wallet or when this new software is released. There will also be, and this is presumably for CarPlay-enabled vehicles, then there will also be a health sharing feature so that you could share your health data with other close contacts whom you select, and potentially also be able to provide information about heart rate alerts to not just you, but also close contacts, as well as potential alerts for drops in mobility, which is very important, including measuring now a new feature called walking steadiness, because if you think about it, it's one thing if you fall and your watch is like, hey, you want us to call you an ambulance? Oh, you're not responding. I guess we should call you an ambulance. That's one thing. It's a whole other thing to predict, hey, just FYI, you're starting to get a little unsteady. You might want to sit down a little bit and figure out, like, is your blood sugar dropping? Like, what's going on? You know, are you getting lightheaded? What's happening? When technology can start predicting stuff like this, woo, it kind of gives you the chills. It's really cool, but it's also kind of weird. Another thing that was announced was a digital legacy function, which basically allows you to select contacts who can get access to your photos, messages, or other password-protected devices after they pass away. This is obviously very important. I couldn't imagine families losing all of the things in someone's phone because they don't know their password. So actually very smart, very forward-thinking. I think that's great. We also know that Apple's iPad OS will be coming out with new multitasking functionality. We'll definitely try those out when they come out. New widgets. Honestly, widgets, haven't really been using them. There's so many widgets that you can get on the iPhone and customizations and things you can do. Haven't been using them a lot. Not sure I'm going to be super excited or jazzed about this. We'll see. But what I do like is that AirPods will now finally be on the Find My network, which is great. Because that way, if you go to the gym, which now we can go to the gym since they're open again, and you leave your AirPods in the locker or whatever, which I don't know why you would take them off. Sometimes I do when I go on the treadmill versus like using the exercise machines or whatever. At least now you'll get a notification if you're leaving those behind, which is pretty cool. Now here's one that's particularly crazy. Back in March of 2020, during the COVID pandemic, I mentioned that I didn't love the idea of investing in Zoom because I thought Apple would just be able to flick a switch and actually come up with their own Zoom-style platform. Well, folks, it has arrived. FaceTime with scheduled meetings, with links, Androids can join calls, SharePlay so you can watch and listen to music with friends. This like literally would have been perfect a year ago, except it took Apple almost a year and a half, well, a year and a quarter to actually get it done. There's also another feature here for Do Not Disturb. When enabled, will tell people who text you that you have Do Not Disturb enabled. I imagine there would be a feature that allows you to enable that when Do Not Disturb is enabled, it would send this text, because quite frankly, I have Do Not Disturb on 24/7, so literally everybody would be getting that text all the time. They're also adding some new audio features for the TV operating system, including dynamic head tracking, which I want to figure out exactly how they're pulling that off, because they want to follow users around the room, so that way the sound is catered to you based on where you are. Kind of cool. As well as a new feature called Live Text, which basically lets Apple's neural network identify letters and numbers in photos or pictures that you have, well, pictures you have on your phone. This is very much like a feature that Evernote has, where if you pay a certain amount, you can get this Evernote feature where they'll automatically scan not only your PDFs, but also all your photos for you for text or digits in case you're looking for a reference for something. This is super useful, especially for indexing your photos or trying to find a specific photo that you know you took of something, like a receipt, which would be really convenient. Like, oh, darn, I really want to find out how much I spent at, you know, a certain restaurant, or where's the receipt for something. Rather than like scrolling through and looking, maybe you could just type in cheesecake and it'll show up. We'll see. It'll be really cool. Hopefully one day we just have like a virtual receipt collector that automatically collects all your receipts every time you make a payment. Like, for me, it always, like, I wish we could get to a future where you could just click on your credit card payment and it just pulls up the receipt. Like, why is the receipt not linked to the credit card transaction yet? I don't know, maybe blockchain can solve that. But hey, maybe this will help with that, and I'm sure many other things. So overall, not like a needle-moving event here, kind of a smaller event, but super excited to hear the push for virtual IDs. That's right along my lines and my talk and in my governor plan. And of course, I love Aapl. I'm a big investor in Aapl. This is not like great news. It's not like, oh my gosh, whoa, look at all these new announcements. It's just, it's cool, it's useful, it's forward-thinking, and it's not bad. So there you have a summary of what Aapl just announced. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.